And you're?
I'm Vivian, and we're both recent graduates from UC Davis working on a new social media platform called Stories of Solidarity. And as you can see on this map, it is populated by these orange dots, and each of these dots represent a story that was submitted by a real person. A real person who is suffering from bad wages, bad scheduling, mistreatment in the workplace, and our Walmart actually helps us supply these data points. And we want to be able to make storytelling as easy and accessible as possible. And so we have 3 points of access, which is through the web, where you can post a story, which actually this gentleman is doing at this very second. Yeah, and then we also have texting. We actually have a number that anyone can text to, which will show up on this view right here. And so these are actually all entries from people at this convention. And so anyone can text and it'll go straight here and automatically update. And as for the map, we're hoping that it can be a service for labor organizations to target areas that are populated with a lot of stories, so you can understand what's going on in that area, and hopefully filter through keywords like transportation or school loans or any sort of issue that can build solidarity between people that are going through the exact same things that they might not necessarily know about unless there was a way that they saw other people's stories, and for labor organizations to reach out to them and connect them through these similar experiences.
So this is for working people to get their stories out through social media? Through
social media, yes.
And what kind of surprises have you had in getting stories out?
Surprises? I guess definitely the realness, for lack of a better word. Because there's anonymous posting, there's really not as much fear of the repercussions of sharing a personal story. And so, you know, you don't have to fear that, oh, I am going to be in deep trouble if my boss finds out about this, because that's definitely a problem. And having an outlet for that, no matter where you are or what you're doing, it's a great way to connect to other people and also tell the world and hopefully get people to, like, give a shit about you.
So, have you been shocked by the stories that you're hearing?
Yeah, we've heard some pretty interesting ones about people that
the spider one.
The spider one? Okay, well, there was someone working in, I think, packaging at Walmart.
Working freight in a basement.
Why did you tell him?
You can talk.
These guys from Walmart were telling us they were working freight in the basement at night. And they're just getting bitten by spiders and getting these huge bumps, and then they were so bad they couldn't go to work anymore. It's just awful, you know, like.
And this is Walmart.
Yeah, Walmart. And then so they tried to complain about it, and then there was reprisal against the workers for, you know, protesting about getting bitten by damn spiders. Like, come on, like.
Where was this at?
Gosh, I don't know where it was actually.
But you got to document it here.
But it was in America, so we got a fucking problem, you know? Like, you can't have that. This is a first world country. Like, what is this? Like, you got spiders, like, eating you while you're trying to just do your damn job. What is that all about, right?
So this is amazing.
Yeah, these are awesome stories.
So how long has this been going on?
Okay, so we have 2 professor mentors. One of them is Jesse Drew, who's over there, and his wife Glenda Drew. They both work at UC Davis, and they invited us. This is the team right here. This is the team. Invited us to work.
This is the worker social networking team.
Yeah. So we
telling stories, huh?
Yeah, that's what we hope.
It sounds exciting.
Thank you. We're in the prototyping stages right now, but we hope to have a better, more rounded model coming out soon.
Yes, and with the support and the help and the feedback of you and viewers like you, we can only improve our project and make it great for the workers of America.
So people can really find out what's going on in America, the real stories.
Yeah.
Is that the idea?
Real as it gets.
So how many people have told their story so far?
Quite a bit. I don't know how much is this, maybe like 50?
50? Okay.
But I mean, here's an example right here. I have a son who has just graduated from college and has a monthly student loan payment of $800. And that's something that a lot of people just around the world can relate to.
He just graduated and he owes $880 a month. So.
Yeah, I mean, I was once a worker at a convenience store where we were only given 15-minute lunches after working for 8 hours straight. That's pretty ridiculous, and I think that just by filtering through and also by location, you can target those areas and like hopefully try and help them out.
Okay.
It's like pretty ridiculous.
So is UC Davis supporting this, or the programmers? What program is it?
That's a good question. UC Davis itself hasn't given us much in the way of funding. But I mean, our professors are UC Davis faculty.
And I think that's really the only association that we
You're not
have right
funded
now.
like biotech, or drugs.
Maybe one day.
But it is important to note that there are academic organizations within the University of California dedicated to, funding and speculating on what can be done from the academic side to assist labor organizations in the labor movement.
And what about privatization of the University of California?
Oh yeah, that's
fees
a whole
increases.
nother bag
Are there
of
any
worms.
other stories from here
That's,
about?
Yeah,
That's
been,
actually a story that we could probably post about personally.
You could host your own
Yeah.
story about what's going on with privatization. I know.
Oh yeah, for
it looks a
sure.
little tame compared to some of the stories we've been seeing, but
I mean,
Well,
we
you-
try to focus on like a large range of subjects, no matter if you're being bitten by spiders or if you're paying ridiculous loans. So I mean,
Well, a lot of students are in debt to go to the University of California.
Oh,
What
yeah,
are the
for
fees
sure.
now? What's the average fee at the
Oh,
University of
God.
I
California?
think it might be like 40,000 a year.
40,000 a year.
wouldn't be surprised, but I'm not so
That's a
sure.
lot of money.
It's a lot of money.
That's a lot of money. So,
Like every
They
year
say
it
it's a
raises by
public
32%. So yeah.
so working class people, poor people can't go to UC.
No,
or-
no. Also, working class rarely ever gets financial aid as well. There's a fine line that they cut off, but it makes no sense. So I don't know. It's kind of ridiculous.
Well, we need a chart with one of the richest places in the world.
Well, the problem with UC Davis
It's not
is
going to
that.
education. Sorry, go on.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say that a problem with UC Davis is that they're trying way too hard to invest all their money in sports. They're trying to be like Division I
Oh my
in
God,
everything.
You think this too?
Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure it's
so
true. Like they're trying to be like UC Berkeley,
Hey,
but
down
we're not
to
UC
NC2A.
Berkeley. You know, like we're UC Davis. We should be focusing on education rather than sports, and that's where they're trying to put our money to, and that's like ridiculous.
It can be used for anything.
Yeah, for everyone, no matter how old you are or what you're going
Where
through.
you're coming from, yeah.
Yeah, with your classes. I mean,
There's
whatever
even
that
been talk
means.
of expanding it to a global scale, and I mean, there are lots of little things to figure out. Like, how do you stop some like total right-wing dude from logging on there and telling some fake stories, or how do you stop some like random kids from just going on there and saying like my teacher sucks or like some random crap, Like, these are all things that we are encountering because we're a research group, we're students, we're not full-time professionals yet, and there are lots of questions worth asking. So if anyone's got suggestions, we'd love to hear.
And what's the web? What's the site? What's it
It's
called?
we're Stories of Solidarity, sos.ucdavis.edu.
Or that's our
Yeah, that's our
About Us.
informational
Yeah.
page.
But
Go-
if you want to check out our data that we have up so far, it's storiesofsolidarity.org,
Okay,
which is
great.
on our card.
Okay.
Yeah, remember that,
and
people.
follow us on
Stories
Twitter,
of Solidarity.
SOS
Twitter.
app.
Oh, you're on Twitter too. Okay,
Yes, sir.
great.
Yeah, we're on
Twitter.
Thank you.
Readers can put in through many different ways their stories into the system, and then it falls to organizers. So we still need organizers out there to take the stories from the system and then publish them through their own Twitters and their own Facebooks and their own email lists. So that way we're still working hand in hand with the traditional labor movement. So we need each other.
Okay, thank you.